going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Officer Mo.
Officer Shanananan.
Hey, and we are here because it's a wee thing, and it's a wee thing Wednesday. And again, I just want to take a moment just to say thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you tuned into the other four episodes that we have, and this is episode number 5. This is, I believe, a special one, a very important one. And why don't you explain what we got going on?
So we're going to dive down into this. It's going to be a little bit more serious because we need to have this conversation, and it's a little bit of a tough topic, so bear with us through this, okay? Officer Rob, are there consequences to, students calling in different things or maybe posting things online?
Yeah, and I think this is something that we definitely want to hit home, and we're going to obviously show the image here of some of the charges that can be put on kids these days. But it's not about just the actual charge that, we want to talk about today. It's about the seriousness and the seriousness of these charges that kids at the age of 13 and older can be tried as an adult. And when they be tried as an adult for Class X felonies, and we know Class X felonies is the same charge as murder. And if you make a school threat or a threat, to disrupt school or a government agency, that could be charged as a Class X felony, which is the same as murder.
So let's go ahead and dive into that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of charges are we looking at if those students or parents are looking at those charges?
Yeah, and I think you said a key word right there. And obviously this is for the audience of parents. And parents, you have to understand, and we hate to bring this to light in this type of situation, but parents can be charged too. And I think they need to understand that because their kid is posting something on their cell phone that the parents own, parents have the responsibility of that. So when someone, for instance, does a false claim of a threat to a school, which has happened, kids can be charged as adults with aggravated disorderly conduct, which would be a Class 4 felony. And then we could also charge the parents as well. And again, this is the seriousness of these type of consequences that we can face and the parents and kids can face because our chief and our department in Manhattan, we're not going to play with that. And we're going to obviously prosecute to the fullest degree if some of these things were to happen or transpire.
Now, are we also looking at financial charges as well? I mean, not just criminal charges, but we're talking financially as well.
Yeah. Money is obviously a huge part of this because obviously you have to pay for the lawyers, the legality of it, which is one portion of it. But if found guilty, minimum fines start at $25,000. Also, if there's a threat, we're all coming. You know this. We're all coming. Not just us. I'm talking about Will County Sheriff, State Police, Elwood Police, Mokina, Frankfurt. Everybody is coming because we want to protect our children. We want to protect your kid in their environment of learning. So if we all come and it's a hoax and it's not real, the judge can hold that parent responsible for all the costs of all the officers, the finance of the vehicles, and also we're putting officers' lives in danger driving as fast as we can, getting to this place, and that can cause accidents and cause officers to lose their life over a joke. And I think that is something that parents need to have conversations with their kids about.
I have just one more. I know we've talked a lot about different things today. I know there's this new TikTok challenge about impersonating different people and, acting like you're a teacher or whoever. What happens to that student or that parent if that happens?
Yeah, that's a great question, Shannon. And to dive into that a little bit further is that obviously, like we've stated many times, and you know this, is that our department is going to prosecute to the full degree. And that is false personation. So falsifying somebody to slander them, to degrade them, to disrupt their life is a serious charge. And again, we're dealing with your kids, and we don't want kids to make permanent life-changing decisions at a young age and have it impact their future. And if these things continue to happen, we are going to be forced to prosecute. And unfortunately, that's what we believe we need to do to put an end to this. So hopefully, we could do and ask you, the parents, do what we've been saying, right? What do we always say? Talk early and talk often with your kids about these serious topics. Because again, there's serious consequences that can affect the parents too.
It's everybody, and it's not just, your family, it's, the whole school. You're talking about the learning environment on top of it and other students and, what they feel like and that anxiety of going to school because of a poor choice, a bad decision,
yeah.
a joke gone wrong.
Yeah, and we don't want any of those anymore. And so what we're asking is, obviously, I know we're coming to the end of the school year, but it's the perfect time to dive in and keep that conversation going. Use this opportunity to talk about some of the seriousness that they post, because we are seeing these even past couple weeks. So let's put a stop to this. Let's eliminate these. Let's eliminate consequences in general by making smart decisions. And we do that by talking early and talking often. We'll get back to saying what up, Mo. Again, thank you for allowing us to get down into the deep rut of things. And, again, we appreciate your time.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week for episode number 6. We out.